50 shows, 5 rounds, and some truly terrible descriptions. Today, we're tackling television's biggest hits, but can you name them from just a single sentence? From sitcoms to sci-fi, how many can you get? Are you ready? Welcome everyone! So let's start with the already ridiculous sitcoms. Here's the first one. 6 underemployed adults comfortably survive the economic realities of Manhattan by hoarding a specific coffee shop couch. Yes, that was Friends. Seemingly, we were on a break also applied to their work hours. Okay, on to number 2. Bored paper merchants endure a desperate manager's constant pleas for validation. And the answer is The Office. For number 3, socially confused academics fail to speak to women while a laugh track demands compliance at every geek reference. Bazinga, it's The Big Bang Theory. I can't believe I just said that. Next is 3 dysfunctional households prove that therapy would probably be cheaper than buying oversized suburban homes. Yes, it's Modern Family. I'm not sure therapy would be cheaper. Here's number 5. A father traps his captive children in a 9-year narrative detailing the mistakes that led to their existence. Hopefully you got it. How I Met Your Mother, the world's longest answer to a very short question. For sitcom number 6, heavily armed municipal employees use workplace pranks to cope with New York bureaucracy. If you said Brooklyn Nine-Nine, then give yourself a little point. Okay. Here's 7 on our list. Aggressively cheerful local officials wage intense political wars over a giant dirt pit. Of course, Parks and Recreation, an uncomfortably accurate portrayal of local politics. On to number 8. A hotelier alienates every guest through poor customer service, then blames staff, foreigners, or his wife. Yes, Fawlty Towers. Classic. Right, number 9 is 2 basement technicians solve IT problems by turning devices off and on while their boss misunderstands computers. Yes, that is the IT Crowd. Never forget when Jen thought the entire internet lived inside a tiny metal box. Brilliant. And to finish off the sitcoms we have 2 men share a flat and narrate their internal monologues, which are somehow worse than their actual behaviour. Yep, Peep Show. Intrusive thoughts, but with a camera crew. Right, sitcoms done. Let's ditch the canned laughter for moody lighting in the drama round. Starting this off, we have a chemistry teacher opts for spectacularly unconventional life insurance. Yes, that was Breaking Bad. A chemistry degree can open unexpected doors. Number 2 in this round is a rude doctor insults everyone until somebody accidentally mentions the correct diagnosis. Yes, that's House. Remember, it is never ever lupus. Up next we have a waste management consultant goes to therapy because he's having panic attacks about ducks in his pool. Yes, it's The Sopranos. Fantastic. Okay, number 4 is police officers investigate other police officers using acronyms in small rooms and resolve almost nothing. Hopefully you got it. Line of Duty. Gripping, if slightly inconclusive. Here's a sweaty one for you. A stressed chef yells at food, people, and the concept of restaurants for an entire series. Yes, chef, that was The Bear. For 6, 4 wealthy, emotionally stunted siblings spend years desperately trying to get a hug from their terrible father. The correct answer is Succession, based on the Murdochs apparently. Your next terrible description is: men in hats slow-mo through smoky industrial landscapes while muttering threats nobody fully understands. Of course, that's Peaky Blinders. Pretty sure Cillian Murphy has a contractual requirement to walk through smoke in slow motion at least once an episode. Number 8 is: an insufferable genius uses basic observation to solve crimes faster than anyone can tolerate. Did you get this? Yes, it was Sherlock. Turns out being a genius doesn't compensate for a total lack of social skills. Okay, next up is: a blood spatter analyst hides his murderous nighttime hobby by bringing donuts to the Miami police every morning. That one was Dexter. I'm willing to overlook a lot for free donuts. And the last in this round is: a moody detective stands on a windy beach, shouts at a colleague, and makes a seaside town look deeply depressing. Yes, that's Broadchurch. Dorset is lovely, but maybe not this bit. So that was the final drama description. Now we're going from serious to surreal with the animation round. Here we go then. A clueless nuclear safety inspector and his family refuse to age or change clothes across 4 decades of history. Yes, it's The Simpsons. Bart's been 10 years old since the Berlin Wall came down. Okay, number 2. A talking dog and an evil infant tolerate a dense New England man's constant cutaway gags. Well, if you said Family Guy, you're correct. It's fairly accurate. Okay, next is: foul-mouthed kids process late-stage capitalism while their parents consistently make the worst possible decisions. And the answer is South Park. Amazingly puerile and surprisingly insightful. On to 4 now. A dangerously optimistic kitchen worker torments his cynical neighbour while residing inside a tropical fruit. Yes, that one was SpongeBob SquarePants. I think a lot of adults sympathise with the squid. Number 5. An alcoholic scientist drags his traumatised grandson across infinite realities to avoid his own deep loneliness. That was Rick and Morty. Poor Morty. Up next is: a delivery crew barely delivers anything while the robot insults everyone with impressive consistency. Yeah, of course, Futurama. Great show. Okay, number 7. 4 unlicensed investigators and a talking dog repeatedly dismantle organised elder fraud schemes. The answer is Scooby-Doo. Those meddling kids, eh? On to number 8. A quarry worker replicates 1960s appliance envy using only rocks and dinosaurs. It could only be the Flintstones, couldn't it? They have better home appliances than I do. Next up we have two aggressively unintelligent metalheads snicker at a television screen while demanding toilet paper. Yes, it's Beavis and Butthead. I loved that show as a kid. And completing the animation round is a family of Australian dogs invent elaborate games that make human parents feel completely inadequate. Yes, that was Bluey, the children's show secretly judging your parenting. So that's animation dealt with. Now for the genre requiring no writers, no actors, and no self-awareness, reality TV. Let's kick things off with strangers argue loudly in a house they can't leave and slowly discover why prisons have solitary confinement. Yes, it's Big Brother, Cabin Fever televised. For number 2 we have an angry chef swears at clueless restaurant owners until they downsized their menu. Another shouty chef, Gordon Ramsay's kitchen nightmares. Rightio. Next is adults voluntarily surrender food and shelter, then form shifting political alliances with the paranoia of a failed state. The answer is, of course, Survivor, democracy, but with coconuts and backstabbing. Our fourth reality TV show is amateur bakers apologise profusely after producing desserts that most people would happily pay for. Well, of course, that's the Great British Bake Off, or the Great British Baking Show as it's also known. A soggy bottom doesn't mean what you think it does. Number 5. Business hopefuls fail basic tasks while pretending they're future CEOs. Well, if you didn't get that one, you're fired. It's The Apprentice. For 6 we have talented performers compete to be the most fabulous while delivering drama, glitter, and cheeky innuendos. That was RuPaul's Drag Race. Fabulous indeed. 7 now. Adults spend weeks playing Mafia in a castle before acting shocked that somebody lied. That's right, it's the Traitors. I mean, what do they expect? Number 8. Highly manicured singles exchange shallow conversation inside a Mediterranean villa for corporate sponsorships. Yes, Love Island. Romance sponsored by teeth whitening. On to 9. Singers perform for spinning chairs operated by celebrities who then make the audition entirely about themselves. If you said The Voice, then you get a little point. Now for the last reality show. Couples volunteered to test their healthy relationships via extreme sleep deprivation and international cab disputes. Of course, that one was The Amazing Race. Forget marriage counselling, just make a couple navigate a crowded market in Delhi with an upside-down map. And thankfully that was the final reality TV description. Time to recover from the cringe and escape into fantasy and sci-fi. Let's start with this one. Noble families massacre each other over an uncomfortable chair while ignoring a looming apocalypse. Yeah, but that was Game of Thrones. That chair was a huge tetanus risk. Number 2. An immortal alien repeatedly grooms impressionable humans before whisking them off in a blue box. Oof, it's Doctor Who. Unfortunately, that's pretty accurate. Okay, the next one was huge. Nerdy kids fight monsters with the help of Kate Bush, Metallica, and the weaponized nostalgia of the 1980s. Yep, Stranger Things. I know it's streaming, but I'm going to include it as television. And now, a helmeted man babysits a highly lucrative green puppet. If you said The Mandalorian, you get the point. I hope whoever invented Baby Yoda got a pay rise. Number 5 in our final round is a high schooler discovers her extracurriculars include occult extermination and supernatural relationship drama. Yes, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, a 90s classic. Next we have a grunting mutant hunts monsters for loose change and bathes a lot more than expected. Yep, that was The Witcher. The baths were just an excuse to get Henry Cavill naked. Number 7 then. Plane crash survivors ignore rescue logistics entirely so they can endure years of smoke monsters and zero answers. Yes, it's Lost, which actually describes the viewers. On to number 8. New technology is invented solely to prove humanity cannot be trusted with new technology. Yes, Black Mirror. Every episode begins with innovation and ends with regret. Okay, our penultimate show is survivors flee shuffling corpses just to get captured by a new baseball bat wielding psychopath every single season. Of course, it's The Walking Dead. He was always looking for Carl. And for the final terrible description, we have 2 FBI agents wander through dark rooms with flashlights looking for aliens instead of admitting they fancy each other. Well, that could only be the X-Files, couldn't it? The truth was out there, so was the tension. Neither got resolved quickly. And that finishes the round and finishes the quiz. How did you get on? Let us know in the comments if you have any of your own terrible descriptions. We'd love to hear them. We hope you had fun and enjoyed the quiz. If you did, a like is very much appreciated. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. Until next time, cheerio.